Hi guys, my name is Merr, or Marissa, whatever you want to call me. This is going to be my YouTube channel, Sweets by Merr. I'm going to show you guys how to bake, pretty much easy ways to bake for beginners. I'm still no expert. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make macaroons, but just like an easier way, a kind of way that it won't take too long, and just some hacks that you guys can use just to make it much more easier. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you're going to need. So a mixer. I use a stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer, whichever one makes it easier. This one is just a little bit easier on my hands. Doesn't make it hurt. Some almond flour. I got this from Walmart. It's super fine. Then some powdered sugar. A bowl. You're going to also need a sifter, which I already sifted the powdered sugar and the flour in already beforehand, just because this mixer is really loud. This is going to be a food processor, which you don't need. You can always just use the sifter, but you're going to have to sift it around like 3-4 times just to get it super fine. Even though it already says super fine, it's not super fine enough for macarons. Then you're going to need a piping bag with a round tip on the end. Doesn't matter which piping bag you use. I use Bolton. I got it from Walmart. I got like 50 for a couple bucks. Then you're going to need a baking pan, and then on the bottom I have this really cool paper thing. It literally gives you the right amount of size for your macaroons. I got it from Amazon, so it's kind of like a cheat sheet basically for macaroons. You're going to need 3 room temperature eggs, and then some vanilla extract and some gel food coloring, which you can use any color that you want. I always use gel just because the other kind of food colorings make it too watery. So the first thing that you're going to do is always sift your almond flour and your powdered sugar together, which I already did that just because I didn't want it to be a really long video. But you're going to after you put it through the food processor, you're going to sift it through in a bowl. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be really super fine, super, it's not going to be grainy. So after you do all that, we're going to take our stand mixer. And then in our stand mixer, we're going to put the eggs. And we're only using egg whites, not the yellow part. So you want to make sure that you don't get any yellow into it, because it will you will mess it up. Okay. You want to make sure that your eggs are room temperature. Usually before I bake, I usually put them in hot water for like an hour, maybe 30 minutes, not too long. It doesn't have to be, you know, too bad, nothing too hard. Okay, so after we're done with that, we're gonna put it on the stand mixer. And you're gonna put it on high speed. And you don't wanna over-mix it. You wouldn't want to over-mix it, just because if you do over-mix it, it won't mix in well with the powdered sugar and the almond milk. Almond flour, I meant. You need 1/4 cup of sugar. So once it gets to this texture right now, you're going to turn it on to high speed, and you're going to add the sugar in, but you're going to add it gradually. You're going to want to hit soft peaks. So this is kind of still droopy. So soft peaks is nothing drooping, nothing is coming apart. So at this point, I'll always add my vanilla extract. You don't need a lot, just a little drop. And then you're going to add your food coloring. So whatever color you want to do. And I'm going to do purple. So we're going to add a little purple food coloring in. That's not a little, that's a lot. So we'll make it light enough.
pretty.
And then that's gonna be your soft peaks. So it's gonna not droop down and it's gonna be soft peak on the bottom too. Alright, so we're gonna detach the top, or you can take it on actually, just gonna take it off. Okay. Now we're just going to mix this into the egg whites. So now our egg whites are purple. I usually add it gradually, so we're just not going to add a lot at first. So just about a little bit is enough for the first time. And what you're going to do is you're going to just mix it in and move it around. You just want to make sure that you mix everything in. And once you've seen that the first time everything is mixed in, you're going to mix the next half in, or you can put the whole thing in. Usually I just put the whole thing in, just because it takes forever just to keep mixing little halves in. So now since you have the whole thing in, you're just going to mix it again just like that. And what you want to do is you want to have like a lava mixture after you finish sifting everything in. So I'm just going to finish sifting everything in right now. And then have the right consistency. So after we're done with that, we're going to transfer it into the piping bag. So what I usually take is a big cup. Make sure the tip is already in it and make sure it's a round tip. We're just going to pour this in here. Don't overfill it because it is really like a droopy, so it does come out of the piping bag pretty easily. Usually I will take it and I will fill it right in the middle. That's good enough, and then it'll spread. And if you don't have one of these, you can always use parchment paper. You can make them as big as you want. I don't really like my macarons too big. Usually when you go to the store, you don't even get big macarons. It's usually the really tiny ones. Alright, so after about 30 minutes to an hour, they should be not like transferring to your fingers, so you're just going to touch them and they're not coming off. So we're going to pop them into the oven. First, we're going to set our oven on to low. So we're going to do about 315, so it shouldn't take too long to heat up. And then we're going to pop these in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. We don't want to put them in too long because they will burn at the top. So you want them just like a good amount in the oven. And you'll see them because the feet will rise too. Macarons, they just came out the oven. Right? So each of them are going to have their little foots on them. So this is going to be them. Little cute macarons. And then you put any kind of frosting that you want in the middle. My next video will be a frosting. And then I'll do a couple other macarons. And if you guys have any other suggestions that you guys want to learn, you guys can let me know and I'll do it. That was it. And like, subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Go ahead. Start. It's recording.